Today we will be dealing with the empirical formula and molecular formula, and then with the help of the given percentage of element we will learn that how can we find out these two. So let's start with the definition of these two. In the very first definition we will be dealing with the molecular formula. Basically, this molecular formula is defined as that formula of a compound which indicates the actual number of atoms that are present in a molecule. Such as if I talk about the molecule of glucose, then in reality to form the molecule of glucose we need 6 atoms of carbon and we need 12 atoms of hydrogen and again we need 6 atoms of oxygen. If I arrange these atoms with their number, so the formula will be C6H12O6, and this formula which indicates the actual number of atoms present in one molecule is termed as molecular formula. Same as if we take the another example, like if I talk about the hydrogen peroxide molecule. So one molecule of hydrogen peroxide contains two atoms of hydrogen and it contains two atoms of oxygen also. So the formula will be H2O2, and since this H2O2 indicates the real number of atoms present in one molecule, so this is the molecular formula of this compound. Such as if we take one more example, and now this time if I talk about the gas which helps in the ripening of fruit, then this gas is ethane. The formula of this ethane is C2H6, as one molecule of this ethane contains 2 atoms of carbon and 6 atoms of hydrogen. So this is again the representation for the molecular formula of ethane, such as it indicates the actual number of atoms present in one molecule. So now write the definition of this molecular formula. It is the chemical formula of a compound, or we can say that this one is the chemical formula of an element also, that indicates actual number of atoms present in one molecule. So this is about the molecular formula, and now we will be talking about the second one of this, that is called empirical formula. Opposite to the molecular formula, if we talk about the simplest whole number ratio of elements, then the formula which indicates the simplest whole number ratio of elements present in the compound, then this kind of representation is termed as empirical formula. Such as sometime before we have talked about the glucose, and we have seen that this glucose has the formula C6H12O6. Now, here this glucose, one molecule of glucose contains 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen. Now, if we take the number of these atoms in the simplest form, then the ratio will be 1:2:1. And now, if I represent this carbon, hydrogen and oxygen by simplest ratio of these atoms, then the representation will be 1 carbon with 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And this one representation we take the simplest ratio of atoms. Now this is called empirical formula of this glucose. Same as a time before we have talked about hydrogen peroxide. This hydrogen peroxide has the formula H2O2, and this one is termed as molecular formula of this hydrogen peroxide. Now as we can find that here the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1, which can be written in the simplest form as 1:1. So the simplest representation of this hydrogen peroxide will be HO, and this HO can be termed as the empirical formula of this hydrogen peroxide here. Same as if I talk about the molecule of ethane, then ethane has the molecular formula C2H6. Then ethane has the molecular formula as C2H6. If I take the simplest ratio of these two, the formula will be CH3. And now this time, this CH3 can be termed as empirical formula of this compound. So that is about the definition of these two. Now here we can see, if I am to give the relationship between the molecular formula and empirical formula. So here the empirical formula of ethane is CH3, while the molecular formula is C2H6. If I take the CH3 and if I multiply each number of the number of each atom with the value 2. So the final formula will be C2H6, and that is the molecular formula of this ethane. The same thing if I do for this hydrogen peroxide empirical formula. The empirical formula is HO, and if I multiply the number of each atom with a value of 2, we will be getting the formula H2O2, that is the molecular formula of this compound. So finally we can conclude, if we multiply the value of each atom, the number of each atom with a value that is not certain, that can be decided according to the compound. So when we multiply this empirical formula with that value, we will be finding the molecular formula of that compound. So that can be represented as, if we have empirical formula, and if we multiply the each and every atom of this empirical formula with a value of n, here n is a whole number, so finally we will be getting the formula that can be termed as molecular formula. And here if I am to find out the value of n, that with what value we should multiply with this empirical formula, so this n will be equals to molecular formula mass, that can also be written as molecular mass, and when we divide this with the empirical formula mass, so finally we will be getting the value of n. Now for the practice we will be doing a question here based on this empirical formula and molecular formula relation. Like here two organic compounds are provided to us, and the denotation for these compounds are A and B. If the empirical formula for these two is provided, the formula is CH. And now you are asked to calculate the molecular formula of both. You are to find out this when you are provided with the molecular mass of A, it is 26, while the molecular mass of B, it is 78. So here we are to find out the molecular formula with the help of empirical formula. As we have seen, the relationship between empirical formula and the molecular formula can be find out if we have the value of n, and this n can be calculated with the molecular mass and by dividing this molecular mass with the empirical formula mass. So let's solve this. First we will be talking about the compound empirical formula. First we will be starting with the empirical formula. As we are provided with the empirical formula, the formula is CH. For both the compound, the empirical formula is CH. So now we can find out the empirical formula mass. Since this empirical formula contains one atom of carbon, that will be having a mass of 12 AMU, and hydrogen, it will be having a mass of 1 AMU. So the total mass of this empirical formula is 13 AMU. Now if I talk about the compound A, so this compound A, it has the molecular formula mass 26. So here the value of N will be, that is the molecular mass of this compound divided with the empirical formula mass. Here the value will be 2. And if we multiply this CH with the whole value 2, the final formula will be C2H2. That is the molecular formula for the compound A. Now if we move for the next one, that is compound B. So as we are provided, the molecular mass of this compound is 78, while the empirical formula we have just calculated, the value is 78. If we go for the ratio of these two, the value will be 6. If we take the whole bracket of this whole square of this empirical formula, the formula will be C6H6, and that is the molecular formula for the compound B. So if the molecular mass is provided to us, we can easily find out what will be the molecular formula with the given empirical formula.